Ungangikhombi wena. 99 ini, 99 na uyangithuka.
Kulala wena, kulala wena.
Fear, you won't take me down. Hate, you won't steal my crown. King with no kingdom, a prince with no peace. You've had your day, yeah, but today that's not me. 'Cause when I walk through the fires of life, I won't be afraid, no. Won't be afraid, no. God, you walk through the fires with me, so I won't be afraid, no. Won't be afraid, no. I lift my arms up, I cast my cares up with faith like a child, oh, no matter what, no matter what. When I walk through the fires of life, I won't be afraid, no. Won't be afraid, no. Keep on, yeah. Keep on, yeah. So now we soldier on. Let love be the first and the last word on our tongue. Fight the good fight, push back the darkness, light up the night, light it up, light it up. When I walk through the fires of life, now won't be afraid, no, won't be afraid, no. God, you walk through the fires with me, so I won't be afraid, no, won't be afraid, no. I cast my cares up with faith like a child, oh, no matter what, no matter what. When I walk through the fires of life, now won't be afraid, no, won't be afraid, no. I can feel my soul getting freed now, laying all my burdens down, I'm free now, singing hallelujah, I'm redeemed now. I can feel my soul getting freed now, laying down my burdens, I'm free now, singing hallelujah, I'm redeemed now, hallelujah, hallelujah. When I walk through the fires of life, I won't be afraid, no, won't be afraid, no. God, you walk through the fires with me, so won't be afraid, no, won't be afraid. I lift my eyes up, I cast my cares up, faith like a child, oh, no matter what, no matter what. When I walk through the fires of life, I won't be afraid, no, won't be afraid, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Saturday night podcast filled with laughter, vibes, awesome jams, and that real talk. Because we're keeping it 100. It's the Vibe O'Clock. Study right now. Brought to you by the YPG. Taking things to another level.
Oh yeah, what's good fam? I hope you are ready for one more session of the Vibe Club. Let me just fade out my thing here because now it's loud. There is a horrible sound. Is it just me? You can hear that horrible buzz sound. Whew. Was it just my feed? Anyways, doesn't matter right now. What matters is that you guys are connected and that you guys are good. I hope you had yourself an awesome week, and if not, here's where the Vibe Clock kicks in exactly for you guys to have an amazing remainder of the week as the weekend begins, but a new one is yet to start. And at the same time, the Vibe Clock fam is ready here to intrigue you with something special. Meanwhile, I hope you guys are going to get somebody to connect with us. I hope you guys aren't going to forget to get your buddies, your friends, because tuning into the Vibe Clock riding solo, that is selfishness. That is really being selfish. That's being greedy. And that is not on. So we're going to go for a short break, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to get everybody connected. Make sure that they are here with us on the Vibe Clock today. Not forgetting that, all of our platforms, we're going to have a couple of revamps on our stuff. We'll talk just a little bit about it later. But make sure that you get everybody to follow us at YPGRSA for those who are tuning in for the first time. All right, we're going to go through to a short poem break, and when we come back, we kick off with the business of the day. All right, don't move, but make sure your fingers are moving, you're sharing the content. We'll be right back.
More than just a mountain above the ocean, I am the ground that gives life to the earth. I am a seed sprouting in the right place. With space and grace, I win every race. Complicated but perfect, I am flawless. I am fire. I burn with passion and dreams. In every situation I encounter, I consume, I'm not consumed. I am unbeatable. More than just the wind, I am the storm. Gathered up by every hurdle I face, my control cannot be denied. I am an impact. I speak about what I am, not who I am, because who I am is merely what circumstances define me to be. But what I am is who I choose to be. I am more. I am made for more.
We are made for more in our voice, to change the circumstance, to call those who are lost, to speak for the vulnerables, and to speak against evil. Made for more to help those who are in need of love, care, nurture, and peace. Because we are the YPG that is built to support, strengthen, and love each other. We do more because we are building more. We are made for more. Thank you.
For one to understand that he's made for more, it takes courage. For you to understand that you are made for more, it requires knowledge. It requires you to confess the following words. I don't agree with this idea of pain. I know that my nose, I smell it, but my eyes see rain. In the YPG, I spread the art, the culture of beating depression. I'm help. Together as one, we are the archangels. Cease allowing your friends to control your moves. Please allow the flawless nation to introduce you to the impact and the unbeatable crew.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that beautiful poem. That was by our Northwest, I think Rustenburg to be exact, fam. I was thinking about it as I was listening to the poem, that I think I need to bring about a huge poetic challenge, but we're going to talk about that some other time. I'm not going to waste much time today. So for the latecomers, they are going to miss out with what we have in store for you guys today. And I'm going to kick in already with the Q&A session. And I'm going to already kick off with the very first question. Oh my goodness, I made a slight mistake here, guys. I made a slight mistake here. So I'm going to have to be moving my fingers. Please excuse me. I have here last week's one, and I think I accidentally deleted the ones which were set for today. Then this is last week's one. Not a trade smash. You are going to see it on your screen right about... No, that's still the wrong one. Oh, I think I deleted the wrong... I think I deleted the correct ones. And I kept here the right... Is it really worth forgiving? Why is everything going wrong here? Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. That's not a problem. We're live. And this is the Vibe O'Clock. My sincerest apologies. The team did send me the question here. I sent the wrong ones. I went to the wrong chat here. My sincerest apology, guys. No, I think I am correct. The one that says, is it really worth forgiving? Didn't we answer that last week? We answered that last week. And then number 2 is, guys, Tuso, please help me out here. I am so confused and lost. I feel like I read the questions you sent me this time, because to a certain extent they were a bit tricky, but now I'm confused. Tuso, save me. I am consumed here. Not confused, I'm consumed. Here it is. Yeah, I think you sent me the wrong ones. Yeah, it's not me, guys. It's not me. It's not my fault. It's actually not my fault. It's actually not my fault. But no train smash. I will read it out for you guys here. It's not a train smash. Question number 1 goes, it's love life vibes, ne? Love life vibes. It says, I want to break up with my girlfriend. How do I go about breaking up with her without necessarily breaking her heart or without having a bitter ex? Listen, the first thing is don't do it via SMS, don't do it via WhatsApp, don't do it via it's not you, it's me, and those corny and those boring punchlines which you see in movies. You need to be a man and be sincere. And if really that's what you've concluded, that, okay, this relationship is really not going to work out, there's really no turning back, then it's on you for you to go to this person and make it clear why, make it clear why, and not just taking shots at the person or telling that person that she is a bad person, but explaining, of course, your reasons as to why the relationship didn't work out. Being a man, you have to man up and be sincere. Now, if she's going to be bitter about it or not, that is not your problem. That is now the person's choice, the person's decision. And I think breakups are very difficult things. They're not the most pleasant of things to have to deal with. Nobody wants to undergo or have to deal with a breakup. But her or him, whoever the person may be in anyone's case, being bitter, that is obviously not a decision that comes from you. And I think it is obviously uncomfortable. I remember I'll share with you a sincere situation when I converted and I was dating someone and I decided to take a serious decision in my life. I was still dating someone and I was asking myself, how am I going to break up with this person? And I kind of had that same mindset. I don't want this person to be bitter. I don't want this person to be hurt. I don't want this person to hate me or anything. But guess what? That was not in my hand. What helped me was that she ended up breaking up with me, which helped me. But I was, I knew that I had to take that step because now our beliefs, our faith clashed. And I knew that that was obviously not going to be pleasant for me to remain in that relationship. So just an example of it. Now, if she got bitter about it, that's on her. That's not on you. But you need to be sincere without being rude, without being, tossing stones and rubbing in the person's mistakes and flaws, because you also have mistakes and flaws. And maybe it was also your fault why you're breaking up. So I don't know. But be sincere, be a man, man up, and do what you got to do. That's me moving to the next question. I'm going to go to question number 3 first. I'll make it question number 2 since we don't have it on screen. It says, I feel misunderstood by my parents. How can I make my parents understand how I feel without being shouted at? It's a very common question we get in the YPG. And being misunderstood by our parents is a common thing because when we are kids, we naturally listen to everything our parents say. Whatever they say, whatever they mention to us becomes a rule, a law to us. Our parents become our heroes. When we start growing and we reach our teenage years, that affection starts to cease because now you start acquiring your personality. A little bit of your friend from school, a little bit of your friend from neighborhood, a little bit of another family member, a little bit of everything and everyone. And before you know it, that little kid who you were in the eyes of your parents no longer exists. And sometimes it does take forever for parents to understand that your kid has grown. Parents don't want to understand sometimes that their children have grown. But the children also don't want to understand that your parents will always see you as their kids. Your mom will always call you my baby. Doesn't matter how old you are. I'm a married person. My mom still calls me her baby, her boy. And my dad as well. They don't see me as a grown man. They do, but not in their eyes as parents. They still see me as a child. Until today, my parents will pick on me. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Once in a while, my parents will come here on the live and tell me, I noticed this on you. Why is it like that? I'm like, oh my goodness. I am now still having to deal with, but they're parents. So it's important for both the children and the parents to understand that the minds are different. There are certain traits of my parents I took, but there are certain traits from my parents I didn't take. There's certain things which my parents have, which you won't find in me. Others you will, because we are completely different people. And parents, I repeat, sometimes don't understand that, but the children also don't understand that, and they want to force the idea where parents need to understand that. So it's kind of a barrier between the two. So the first thing you need to do is understand that they're being parents, and not always will they want to understand. And when you say understand, for example, how you feel, what is it about? Because parents want to protect, but every parent has his or her own way of protection. Some parents are more strict in that protection. Other parents are a little bit more chilled. Some parents are more friendly in terms of how they do that. Some parents are more calm as to how they do it. Some parents are more, every parent, I think, has his or her own way of addressing situations. Some believe in corporal punishment, others don't. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? That's not for me to pick. I'm not a parent myself, but I am a son, and I can say that each of us can also try to put ourselves in our parents' skin, in our parents' shoes, and try to understand what they're going through. Sometimes we put unnecessary pressure on our parents, not knowing the financial difficulties that might be going on, not knowing the health issues. Sometimes our parents will keep certain things from us to protect us. So you need to understand that. Not always will they understand it. Maybe they won't understand. Maybe even if you speak to them, they won't be willing to listen. But here's where you can't go wrong, is to have a good behavior, is to set a good example at home, is to live by the teachings which we pass to you guys week in, week out here in the YPG. If you apply yourself towards that, you can't go wrong. If you give yourself in that sense, I promise you can't go wrong. A good example which you set at home. So work on that. Work on setting a good example. Work on giving more of yourself, maybe at home. Maybe you want them to understand you, but you don't also understand when they want you to get your chores done. Maybe when you do accomplish your chores, you do them just dragging your feet and you do it carelessly, whereby you could do it to the best of your ability. So I want you to stop and I want you to think about that. I want you to reason. Have you also been the kind of child who understands your parents? Maybe you say, I do understand them, but they don't understand me. Then you haven't understood it, because if you do understand, parents are parents. Not always will my parents understand me, what I'm going to allege or what I'm going to claim. They will continuously stick to no, it's like this, you're doing it wrong. Okay, I will respect their belief, but I will do whatever it takes to maintain the respect, the obedience, because at the end of the day, they are my parents. And just a reminder, guys, treat them with the utmost respect. Honor them, because it's biblical. And that can be a blessing as much as it can be a curse. I think we should take some time to speak a little bit more about this. I think next week, please, Tuso and the rest of the team who helps me, please remind me. We're going to talk a little bit about this, but be careful with that. Even if you don't agree with what your parents are saying, okay, be careful there, because I do believe they want to protect. But even if your parents are the most cruelest of people, which I don't believe, but make believe they're a cruel person, okay, remember that they have the power, the authority to bless and to curse you. My parents until today will say, God bless you, my son. And I will gladly take that blessing. I will gladly take it. He says it to me, and he says it to my wife as if we were kids, because my wife is now a daughter to them. They don't see us as full-grown adults. They see me as kids. They see us as kids. And if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. I believe you have an even better way of saying what I'm saying. And if you're a child, work on that. You need to understand them. They don't have to necessarily understand you, because they put food on the table and they pay for your rent. So not always will they want to understand, but you have to understand them. to a certain extent. It's a two-way thing, yes, but if it's not the case, then that's also not up to you to try to bargain and negotiate. Listen, respect, and obey, that you may have long days here on earth. All right. I like here what Polelwa wrote. She said, some would do anything to have a parent. Think about it. Some would do anything. Think about the kids who lost their parents at a young age. I remember the case, my dad lost his mom at the age of 3. And I don't know how old he was when he lost his dad. So he was literally raised by his granny. So, and in my case, when I was born, my great-grandmother then, who had raised him, had passed away. So, you know, sometimes you're raised by the rough, you're raised by the streets, you're raised the hard way. Thank God my great-grandmother in this case, had good principles which led him to God and led him to become the father whom he became. And I know she'd be very proud of him. But not everybody has that privilege. So consider that the way you treat your parents, guys. I always say, I'm going to say this openly here to you guys, I could have treated my parents better. I should have treated my parents better. I was a very, very terrible teenager, and I'm not proud of that. Honestly, I think from all the bad things I did, and I did some nasty things, I did some really, really, really bad stuff in my past, but I do think that one of the worst things I did was the disrespect and the bad treatment I had given to my parents. And guess what? I can't go back. I can't fix that. I can't go back and fix that. There's nothing I can do to go back in time. I remember I was talking to my dad about it the other day, and he's like, you know, we're young, we make bad decisions. And I said, yeah, but I think this decision, I could have fixed it. But guess what? I can't. But I can become a good example, a good reference to those around me, to my friends, to the other family members, and to you guys. That good reference, I believe, would make up for all of that. So consider that, guys. Not always will your parents understand you, but you can seek to understand them. Besides, we're from different generations. Our parents today will say to us, when I was your age, I wasn't always on my phone like you, who were on your phone all the time. And in the back of our mind, we're like, oh, you didn't have cell phones in your days, you know. You won't say that loud enough because you know the consequences of it. All right, so think about that, guys, and I will cover the subject in a little bit more of depth. I will cover it. I want to go for a short break just for me to catch a breath here. The next question is going to be a deep one, and I'm going to have to get some serious thinking. The question comes with what I think about it, my opinion. I don't know if it's going to be an opinion or if it's going to be a fact, but I'm going to give the best that I can. Make sure you get the others to connect. We're going for a short break, and we shall BRB.
Why the YPG? How do I even explain this? I mean, don't get me wrong. If I could, I would write a song about it, or maybe even rap about it. But instead, I'm going to do a spoken word about it. Why the YPG? This question gets me so excited. And I hope that maybe through these words that you may get enlightened. Enlightenment, that's one of the things that this family is about. They didn't just revive my vibe, they helped revive my life. I used to be a sheep waiting for slaughter. Don't get me wrong, in the eyes of the world I still am. But the new script I abide by handed me an armor to which no weapon formed against me can prosper. Why the YPG? I got a better question. Why not the YPG? A place of joy, peace, and vibes. A place where we got so much truth, we don't need the lies. A place where I don't need to carry a piece of myself, but I am taught to walk with a peace within myself. A place where we got so much joy that it radiates from a distance. That even on your darkest day, you couldn't dare to resist it. Look, rhymes aside, the YPG is my family. And I have mentors and members that will always check up on me on a daily. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. We are back. This one, I did a bit of research for it a bit. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. It may be a bit controversial, but I'm going to answer it as neutral as possible. And as far as my knowledge goes, I'm not going to speak. Please, guys, not everything here which I say will be a fact. I'm going to speak as much as I know. But in this case here, it's not my field. So I'm going to give my best. And if I'm wrong, I will seek for the right answer. If I don't have the answer, I'll seek for the right answer. But let me try. And I mean, I'm sure you guys will have a couple of support. Just before it, I like what Karabo says here. She says, sometimes we want to compare the way our parents raise us to the next person. Sorry, just want to move it here so I can read. But they have their reasons why they raise us the way they do. I fully agree with you, Karabo. I have nothing to add because what you said, that's it. You know, they have their reasons. And times have changed, guys. Times have changed. The world is not as calm as it was back in the days. Back in the days, your neighbor's parents or the parents, you know, the adult who was next door was like your parent and you would respect them as much. Today that has changed, you know. So much rivalry amongst neighbors that it's crazy. Buhle says, as you grow, you start to understand your parents' point of view and the advice they give you. Definitely. Like I said to you guys, today I understand a lot of things. There are many things which my dad did or said to me which I didn't understand it. I really didn't understand it until I grew up years later. And sometimes I'll call him and I'll say, today I understand this. You know, he used to say this one day. And my dad will be like, I said that, like, yeah, you taught me that. Kervin Brown says, very true indeed. We shall listen to our parents and we shall honor our parents because they know what is right and wrong. They know what is in the world because they were there. So all we need to do is listen to them. Sometimes God speaks through our parents, definitely. And not forgetting that our parents can commit mistakes. I'm speaking about the parents, but also that they can commit mistakes. But understand that they are the people who want what's best for you. My dad used to say to me, I'm your best friend. You're going to have no friend who's closer to you or who wants to see you win as much as I wouldn't listen to it, be like, nah, my homeboy there cares about me more than you. My homeboy lets me do whatever I want. You don't. Obviously, I didn't say that to him because I wouldn't be alive to say if I had said that, but I would think in that way. Like, nah, you don't know what it, you don't know. You can't be my best friend. Today, I understand. If there's one person I can vent, I can talk to who understands me, it's him. My homeboys, where are they today? Half of them, I don't even talk to them anymore. Akona says, the grass is always greener on the other side, but we don't know how it's maintained. We always just compliment the neighbors, but don't know how they maintain. Precisely. Guys, it's actually very sad that we live in a time and age where family values are completely despised. Family values have been completely thrown away and people don't care. Parents are supposed to be our friends. I know that they usually say, I'm not your friend. You know, our parents usually say, I'm not your friend, okay? Don't talk to me like your friend. Definitely don't do that. But when I say a friend means somebody who you can find and someone who cares, someone who you love, you cherish. You know, that's how it should be. Chantal says that her dad would say the same thing to her. You know, her dad, true, my dad says the same. You know, I'm assuming the whole thing, I'm your best friend. My dad would say that to me. And I agree, definitely. Old man really took good care of me. Homeboy looks out for me until today. All right, let's go now to the next question. The controversial, well, controversial, not really. It may be controversial, but let's see here. Where is it? Whoopsie, I lost it. Sorry. What do you think? Now it's asking me, he's asking me, but what do we think? Let's talk, it's a chat. Ne? What do we think about Black Friday since there's a history behind it? What I think about Black Friday, I don't think about Black Friday. I don't think I have the courage to deal with such long queues and deal with so many people competing to buy. I think I'd rather save and pay for it. I think paying extra for something, I'm not paying more. I'm paying for the peace which I will have in that shop where I can walk in and not be pushed and shoved around. That's what I think firstly. But that's my opinion, and my opinion here does not matter. That's not what it's all about. The history behind it, I searched for it. I have heard some people have said that apparently it was a period in which people would have specials for slave in the days of slave trade, and that's why they call it Black Friday. Look, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that slavery was a horrible thing, and thank God that it has ended, although we know very well that although there might not be any more, at least openly, slave trade as there was back in the days, there might not be a physical slavery, but many people are enslaved inside. I like something Bishop always mentions, and I'm going to quote something that I think will explain it perfectly. When we speak about the apartheid, we had demons which inspired that idea of apartheid. And one thing Bishop says always, the apartheid era is over, but where are the demons which inspired that? Think about it. So we might not see it physically, but it may be spiritual. And nowhere going to Black Friday, or whether it's true or not, I really don't know, guys. I'm not a historian. I'll better research into it. And if I can have somebody who will research, maybe we can get one of the history teachers to explain it. That would be good. If one of you guys can help, even better. I don't know. But one thing is true. Although slavery might not be physical, it is something that's spiritual. How many people are enslaved even by shopping, even by spending, even by money? Money has enslaved a lot of people. So I think it goes a lot more than a moment in which commerces will seek to make money, because you need to understand that shops just want to make money. What name they're going to call it, they don't care. Whether it's for Christmas, whether it's Easter, whether it's Black Friday, whether it's Valentine's, whether it's what else. I don't know. There's so many names that's given. What a shop wants to do is to sell. What the retailers want to do is sell. Is to take out 8,000 rands, it's written there, 8,000 R8000, and puts there R7999. It says no longer 8,000, it's 7,999. That's more or less how I see it. I think that there's always an idea. They're never going to just lose money for the fact that, hey, they're being nice. So I think we should consider that. I think it's just a way of getting rid of old stock, because usually you're not going to get the latest iPhones Black Friday easy like that, and we're going to chop the price in half, or the latest car that's going out, the latest Beamer, the latest Bentley is now half the price. That doesn't happen. It's usually stuff which are now the new gen is about to be released or has just been released, and let's get rid of old stock, put the price down so we don't miss out on that. In my honest opinion, please guys, correct me if I'm wrong, my honest opinion, it's just an opportunity to make money. That's it. That's basically it. Retailers want to make money. Is it good or is it bad because of the history behind it? I don't know. Is it profitable for you? Are you spending your money are you spending your money intelligently? Are you using your money intelligently? Is that what you're going to spend on worth it? Or are you just spending because you want to be a Skotani and show off? I was with a friend the other day and we walked past a what you call this? A DM, let me not give the name. A fancy brand, a fancy brand shop, right? A brand which sells expensive brands, which look horrible. I was Scotanian vibes, and these boys like, yo, Twana, yo, check that one, yo, Twana, yo, and they were going on about it and stuff. What's their idea there? It's to be able to go to school on Civies Day and say to everybody, look what I got. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look what I got. That's basically it. If that's your reason for Black Friday, Blue Friday, Pink, White, Yellow Friday, whatever Friday it is, or Thursday or Wednesday, or whatever you want to call it, I suggest you save your money. use it for something more profitable. Use it for something more intelligent. Use it for something that's going to be more profitable. If not, then I suggest, if there's a deal that's worth it, why not? Now, if I'm going to look into the history of things, guys, I am not a historian, and I'm not going to go into it right now. Dylan says, yes, paying extra for something is too much sometimes, honestly. Yeah, I think it depends. I think it depends. I personally can't deal with queues. I like to go into the shop, get what I want to get, and get out. If I don't have money to buy it, I don't like it. Window shopping is the worst thing ever, because you just raise your expectations and your will for something which you can't afford. I don't like it. So please, guys. Gift says Black Friday is a queue day in a simple way. That's how I see it, Gift. I'm with you there, bro. That's exactly how I see it. Sinovuyo says Black Friday has a history. There's a lot I don't know. Here, Bana, I don't even know when is the Black Friday Sazekon. I don't know. And I don't think I want to know. I don't think I'm very interested in knowing it either, because deal with long queues, spending hours in queues just to fight people to get something. No, thank you. I think I'm good. I think I'll behave. Smusi says, I don't think nor support the narrative behind BF. It's not even sale now. They just finesse it with big writing or 1 rand difference. Exactly. I don't know, in South Africa, I haven't seen it, but I have seen the videos overseas. I won't have time to see it now, had I prepared it, where in the States where people will storm into a shop, people even get stampeded. At least in South Africa, we've heard of stampede because people want to, sign up for UJ. They want to go to WITS. They want to go to UCT or CPUT. They want to go to university, but get stampede. Not that it's worth it, please, guys. A life is worth a lot more than that. But for education, it's a lot worth than a whatever inch-sized television, guys. Like, really. And sometimes they do it for a minor. I don't know the difference in South Africa. Like I said, I'm not into that kind of stuff. But I have seen, like, in the States where it originated from, it was like the price cut is huge. Here, I think they just use the name because it's a trend and maybe take away 1 rand, 5 rand, 10 rand, and now people are going crazy for it. Black Friday is a scam. The prices are the same as throughout the year. Ado says that. Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't know. I don't check Black Friday sales. Kalipile says we must appreciate it. Our parents most of the times when they are teaching us to respect. Otherwise, we wrong. We must accept it. That is when we are wrong. I think we got your point. I think so. We hope so. Keletso says Black Friday is a scam. Special gift special. Get 5 for 100 rands, but when you check, each one is 20 rands. I think it's pretty much that. Avella says, one thing I love about our parents' generation is that they had respect for their elders, which is what we lack today. Avella, you said it all. I am embarrassed of our current generation when it comes to respect. Respect between men and women. Our guys, our gents today, they don't know what respect is. A guy will see a lady standing and they'll do nothing about it. No ways. And the YPG, today we had the IntelliMen meeting. And if you're not doing the IntelliMen, I suggest you start doing the IntelliMen challenges. It'll teach you how to treat women respectfully. Not to be a charmer boy, but to treat them respectfully. Jessica says it is a marketing strategy. Okay, Rose says the main problem is not our parents. In the YPG, we learn to change ourselves inside out, regardless of our background or surroundings, or even parents. I think when you set the best example, whatever it is, you can help others. You change. Even in love life, we teach change with you first before trying to change someone else. Look at yourself first. I'm sorry we're back and forth with the Black Friday and the parents thing. I think they're both very important. Black Friday reduces sales on some products, but once people go in, they see something else that's not on sale. It's called the baiting technique. Well said, Chantal. Thank you for educating us about that. Avella says Black Friday is a day to make you lose focus as you recklessly spend all the money you saved the entire year. It's a trap. Avella, the way you sent this comment and those emojis Are you trying to tell us something? You're trying to confess something? It's okay. We're here. We're family. We will cry with you, not at you or laugh at you. Dumi says that's true, PJ. It's marketing. It's basically an end year sale to replace the old stock with new stock for the festive. Thank you for pointing that out. True, PJ. Nosipa says others are enslaved by brands. I think that's something to point out, and I think also to remind me, I think we need to cover that a little bit more. Slindiwe says Black Friday is a marketing strategy to create an illusion that what you want will never be that price again. I work in retail and it's a when I saw Slindiwe, I'm like, Slindiwe works with marketing, doesn't she? And then thank you, Slindiwe. Black Friday is a marketing strategy to create an illusion that what you want will never be that price again. Think of that's actually genuine. I work in retail and it's a marketing strategy. Wow. Akona, and those clothes are the ugliest if we're being honest. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to say it on air. But yeah, Fiona Ngube says the prices aren't really lowered dramatically. They just reduced it with 1 rand. And then 1 rand is just to make it be like 8K, from 8K to 799, or 7999. Black Friday is a trap for you to spend all your savings recklessly. Avela, this is your second comment. Confess. Sbusiso says another thing about Black Friday. Buy 3 with 33 rand and 1 is 10 rands. Yeah, that's basically what somebody also mentioned. Mary says, I don't even go there to check. Yeah, true. Tinashi says, why is it called Black Friday, not White Friday? I don't know. Tinashi. I have no idea. Somebody is showing me the, this is what I had. I also opened this. It's a colloquial term for the Friday after Thanksgiving in the US. It traditionally marks the start of the Christmas shopping season in the US. Now we're trying to be trend followers instead of trend setters. Many stores offer highly promoted sales at discounted prices and often open early, sometimes as early as midnight or even on Thanksgiving. Good luck getting us all up at midnight. I'm sorry, we love our sleep in South Africa. We're not going to be up at 12 midnight. Although you'll be surprised with what some people are capable of. Some stores continue sales to Monday, Cyber Monday, or for a week, Cyber Week. What is Cyber Week for us here, guys? We don't know. So I think it's just something because today, I don't know. Let me see the history here. Black Thursday. Yo, guys, it's a lot of information here. I think what Slee mentioned here and a few others kind of gives it away. Kamohelo says it's a scam, guys. It's a scam. I mean, why only have special on that particular day? Yeah, a 1 rand special maybe. I don't know. Babalo says they call it because it was the dark days. What dark days, Babalo? You're not being straight here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna stop reading all your comments here because you all are getting a bit off tune here. Wait, Eish, Yawana Manje. There's even outfits I looked at and I was like, yeah, I'll come back next Black Friday. Look, if there's something you liked, I'm not saying don't go for it, guys. Like I said, it's not for us to say yes or no. I'm here to say we should. It's here written, observed by, traditionally, USA. Others, Australia, Canada, UK, Liechtenstein, Ireland, Germany, Poland, Brazil, Sweden, Norway, blah, 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 blah. And increasingly, many other parts of the world. We are part of that many other parts of the world. I think we should seek to become trendsetters rather than trend followers, like our Springboks did. They're the first to win 4 trophies, 4 World Cups, rather than trying to be what we're not. All right, that's it from my side, guys. I think our couple and our professional is not available right now. I'm going to see what's going on. If not, we're going to wrap up a little bit earlier because I have something to announce to you guys to share with you. Nothing major yet, but I want you guys to be on standby. We're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to let you guys know what's going on. BRB, don't move.
You set my world free. 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 Yeah. Nothing can compare to. I set myself free. Nothing can compare to. Yeah, I found you in the YPG. You set my world free. I found you in the YPG. I found you in the YPG. You set my world free. I found you in the YPG. You set my world free. Nothing can compare to this. You set my world free. Yeah, I set myself free. Nothing can compare to this. I set myself free. Say I will not doubt myself, and I'll believe in myself in the YPG as I level up with every move. We'll take it to another level, another level, another. We're going to another level, another level, another level, another. I've been down before. Feel like a whole world just wants my phone. I've been tried by what they see me for, but now I'm free, free to go. We'll take it to another level, another level, another level, another level, another. We're going to another level, another level, another level, another level, another level, another level, another. You set my world free. Nothing can compare to this. You set my world free. Yeah, I set myself free. Nothing can compare to this. I set myself free. Say I will not doubt myself, and I'll believe in myself in the YPG as I level up with every move.
And we are back, and we are back indeed. The track is being cooked, it's being prepared, we're working on it. Oh, Avella, before Avella did confess here. Let me see. PJ, Yansugela. But since the fam asked, Inmak Zam, Zingalingana 2KU. I know they showed you flames of it. And there's somebody who's against the whole concept of Black Friday Tavela. This is her testimony, a sad one, which oh my goodness. Anyways, Tembelihle says, if anybody buy clothes during the Black Friday sales, that means you bought the wackest clothes, period. Oh, okay, that was savage. That was savage, Lihle. Okay, anyways, we gotta keep moving, guys. We gotta keep moving. Let me just see, what do you say about 12 a.m.? The way SA missed last year's Black Friday will definitely miss this one, because who's going to wake up at 12 a.m.? Yeah. I think the same thing. Like I said, we love our sleep in SA. Anyways, we are going to move on to our guest who is connected. Our professional today is a podiatrist. She's going to explain to us what a podiatrist does. She's going to tell us a little bit about it. By the way, most of you probably already know who our professional is. If you rewind from a couple of months ago when we had the YPG Unlocked, you're going to remember our dearest presenter, Mapaseka, who is here, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her career. Mapaseka, can you hear me? You are on screen already. I'm already letting you know you are on screen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, PJ.
Great. The whole YPG fam can, except that my earphone thingy here is terrible, so I can't hear you properly, but that's not on your side. That is mainly on my side. Can you speak again?
Yes, I can hear you, PJ.
Now I can hear you perfectly. So, Mapaseka, greet the YPG fam and tell us a little bit about your career.
Hi, YPG fam. Okay, as PJ said, my name is Mapaseka and I work as a podiatrist. So, in simple terms, I could say a podiatrist is like a foot doctor. So it's a specialist that works with any condition that affects the lower limb. So whether it's the skin, the nails, if you have pain, a podiatrist is your best friend. Yeah.
Okay. And what got you so interested in the podiatrist career? Podiatry. Is it podiatry?
Yes, podiatry.
Okay.
So initially I wanted to do radiography. Then it happened that I was not accepted for that. Then a close family friend told me about podiatry. So I got a chance to go shadow someone who does podiatry, which is a podiatrist. And luckily on that day, Mr. Cohen, I still remember his name, he was doing a nail surgery. So for me, that was something that I've never seen before, whether on TV. So this was all before the famous, I think it's Foot Doctor. I don't know what that program is called. So that was before all of that. So I didn't know what a podiatrist is. So when I saw him performing that surgery, I was immediately interested in doing podiatry. So that's how I got into studying and being a podiatrist.
Okay. And walk us through the path to become a podiatrist, what you have to study, what you have to do. Can you get a bursary for it? How does it happen?
Okay, to be a podiatrist, you obviously, because it's in the medical field, you have to do, I think it's called natural sciences or life sciences. You have to do physics. You also have to do pure maths. So in terms of bursaries, I'm not so sure about that. But yeah, those are the subjects that you have to do. The APS score, I'm not so sure. I think it's about 32, which is not really a lot. And yeah, that's what you have to do to get into doing podiatry. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put on screen here a little bit of the tools which she uses. I'm going to announce that one of them you guys are probably not going to want to look at. If you have a weak stomach, my suggestion is don't look. The first one I'm showing you guys right now is I'm going to show you guys of her tools.
are called nail nippers. So basically, that's what we use to cut nails. So not just your normal nails, but those thickened nails, because most of our patients are old patients, and you know how those nails get when they get old. So that's what we use. And then you've got a dental syringe. So that's what we use when we do a nail surgery. So we inject local anesthetic using that. Then on the other end, you've got a artery forceps. That's what you use to pull out the nail once it's separated. And yeah, those are also the other tools that we. So all of these tools we use on the nail. That's what I can say. And they have
Okay.
to be sterilized whenever you use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie says, please don't show us feet. Eddie, I'm going to show you what you have. Like, disconnect then. We're not going to Ngenga here. We're going to show you feet, Baba. We want to see the feet as well. I love it. Ontatile said that is when they do a stomach surgery. No, it has nothing to do with stomach surgery. Ayanda is asking, I got a question for our guest. How to remove acorns. Okay, acorn. I hope I said correct islungu. How do you remove acorn, Mapaseka? He wants to know.
Well, you basically, I don't know if it's in the picture, but you use a scalpel, and to that you attach a blade. And using those two, that's how you remove a corn. But we get a lot of patients who remove them themselves. It's not wise, because a lot of patients have cut themselves. We had cases where people actually had to get amputated because of a infection resulting from them cutting their own corns. So I'd suggest get your own podiatrist to do it for you.
Kelitso here just mentioned that they can even reduce the size of your toe. It's a cool can that really be done? Can you really reduce the size of a toe?
Unless there's something wrong with that toe, yes, but that's not us, because that's the orthopedic surgeon, not the podiatrist.
Imagine your toe's too big, they make it small. Oh my goodness, only in the YPG. Nomvula says podiatry is quite an interesting career for those who want to explore the medical field. Busisa says she's changing her career after the presentation. Okay, I'm going to go through the pictures here. One is going to be, guys, if you have a weak stomach, turn away right now. The first one is not that bad. It's just the bottom of a feet. I don't find it that bad. I don't know if it's just me. I just don't have these things like, oh, I can't look. I really don't have a problem with it. So in 3, 2, 1, the feet is there. If you're looking, look away. And if you can't look, sure. So tell us a little bit about this foot here, Mapaseka. Is the issue here skin? What's the issue? What's the story here? What did you do? How did you fix? Did you make the toe smaller, bigger? What happened?
So the issue there, that's an extreme case of sweaty feet.
Okay.
Like an extreme case. Like, when you put your feet in water for a long time and then they turn white. So that foot is white from the sweat. Né?
Okay.
Yeah, so that we call hyperhidrosis. So it's hyper sweating. So in this case, this patient had to be referred because it's actually a skin problem, what we call a dermatological problem. So that patient had to be referred further to be treated. With these kind of conditions, the patient is actually prone to getting infections. So when you have sweaty feet, don't just think, it's nothing. For some people, it can really get extreme to where you can actually get an infection from that. So yeah.
Oh, okay. And what will usually cause that? Is it the shoe, the kind of shoe we're wearing? Would that be the biggest cause of the sweaty feet?
So in some people, it's genetics. There are people that naturally they have sweaty feet. I've had patients that were very young and their parents complained that their feet were stinking shame. And then there's from shoes, the type of shoes you wear. So it's mostly the guys because they're always wearing closed shoes. So you don't give your feet time to breathe. So obviously they will sweat eventually. It's also the type of shoes. There are these like plastic like shoes. It's obvious that your feet will sweat in there. also the main thing is hygiene. And I'm sorry, I'll have to attack the guys again. They
Go.
don't
Shoot.
like washing
Shoot.
their feet.
Shoot.
They don't like washing their feet. They'll like wash like once a day or once in 2 months. I don't know. So obviously, if you don't wash your feet,
What?
they will begin to sweat, to smell, to have things there in between the toes. So yeah, that's what causes sweaty feet.
Lalela matota. Yes, I like it. I like it. Tuso's asking, what is the duration of a podiatry degree or diploma?
It takes 4 years, just 4 years.
Just four
Hmm.
years. Okay, that's not that bad. If you guys have a weak stomach, the next one I'm going to show you is going to show you flames. It's going to hurt. And yeah, guys, this one I mean it. Now I'm serious, guys. This one I mean it. I'm going to give you guys a chance to just listen, and not just listen and not watch. Like make believe this is like a radio program at the moment. All right, I'm going to put it up in 3, 2, and 1. Mapaseka, explain to us this. I'm assuming it's an ingrown nail. Sorry.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, yes. Yes, yeah. So that's an ingrown toenail. So that's what we call a severe ingrown toenail. Shame, this young girl, I think she was 14 or 15, and this was
Sure.
caused by the way she cuts her nails.
Oof.
Ne? Yeah. So like she left it for long,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it has an infection at that point. Yeah.
Oof. I remember having that once, and it was painful to remove it. It was not as bad as this one.
Mm,
You remember it, eh? You remember when it happened? It was not as bad, but it was painful. Like it was a bit swollen towards the outside. Now, tell me, how did you fix this one here? Like, did you really have to cut that thing off? Oof, I can just imagine the pain.
Yes, so the first thing we had to clear the infection out because it's infected. So using antibiotics and an antiseptic wash, if I can say, which is
Mm-hmm.
just lukewarm water with salt for like 5 days. And then when she came back after a week, then the infection was cleared. Then remember those tools that you saw? We then
Mm-hmm.
used them to remove that nail. So we injected local anesthetic, and then when we started working, obviously the patient didn't feel any pain. So then we started cutting off, and which was a very, very big piece, if I may say, because it was on both toes, shame. So we cut out the nail, and within 2, 3 weeks, she was perfectly fine. I think on her third, fourth visit, she was already applying nail polish there. So shame, she couldn't wait.
Okay, and
Yeah.
please explain, because I don't know how common this you have this. I'm assuming it's a bit common, but please explain what are the causes of an ingrown nail, and what can be done. What should we avoid for us to avoid that? I remember you did share that with me once, but I'd love to hear it again, and I'm sure it will help the others too.
Okay, so it's caused by the way you cut your nails. So initially, you're not supposed to follow the shape of the nail when you cut it. So you cut the nail straight across, and then when you get to the edges, you want to cut according to the shape. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, you're supposed to file the edges. And most patients, like I say, we get male patients who I know most guys don't like long nails on their toenails. So they want to cut it as short as possible, thinking that it will never grow back. So they want to cut it as short as possible and cut those edges very deep. So
Mm-hmm.
now the problem is when the nail grows back, it doesn't grow the way it was. It now
Mm-hmm.
grows into the skin. Another thing is also the shoes that we wear. Like, these formal shoes,
Yeah.
barakiri kicken popos, like those tight ones.
Mm-hmm.
So those shoes are constantly pressing on the nail. So with
Mm-hmm.
time, the nail now starts to grow into the skin. Another thing also, the guys that play soccer, I'm not sure how that ball is kicked, but with time, I'm assuming they use mostly that big toe. So with time,
Ponzi, those are commas.
using
Those
that
are
foot,
commas. Guys who only those are commas who only do Ponzi.
bones, yes, exactly. So doing that constant movement, the nail also gets fractured and then it starts changing and growing into the skin. So those are the few things that cause ingrowns.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Mapaseka. For those of you who are looking away, you can look back. Somebody said it's nothing. Yeah, for some people. Others, when Mapaseka was speaking about the injection, the long injection there, somebody here not too far from you was like, guys, we're all different. We all have different stomachs here. Um, any final words for those who are interested in knowing more about about uh, the career Mapaseka that I might have missed?
Um, Final words, I can say, like, you really have to be a people's person because in as much as, because like we were actually taught this in varsity, yes, I specialize in the foot, but when a patient comes, you have to treat them as a holistic. So you can't just look at the foot and be focused there. A lot of like the patients that come in, because like when they sit, because we call our examining bed a plinth. So when they sit there, they get a chance to also offload about the problems that they're facing. So you have to really not only treat the patient's foot, but sometimes also treat their mental well-being, if I can say. So you have to be someone who's a people's person, someone who really wants to help people. And yes, like maybe some might say, but it's just the nail. But treating that nail can help someone in a way that you yourself could have never imagined. I mean, look at that young girl. I mean, I'm thinking maybe she never wears open shoes, she never goes swimming, she never paints her like her toenails. So just treating her toes, you're actually helping someone in a way that you could have never imagined. So you have to have passion for also helping people. So that's what I can say for someone who wants to do podiatry.
Okay, Mapaseka. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just want to go back here. There are two comments I want to address. One here mentions that I'm not going to read the whole thing. Try to corner the gold markets by buying up gold, blah, 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 blah. Had to do with Black Friday. Then it says, please let's stop circulating false information regarding Black Friday. I wasn't there. I was not alive in 1869, nor was my dad or my granddad, nor my great granddad, I think. I don't know, maybe my great granddad. So I don't know. I don't know. Secondly, we repeatedly did say that we're not sure. Let's talk about purchasing. We were not talking about the history of it. So I don't see where there was any sense of circulating false information. People are sharing their experiences about it. So Polani, please just making it clear, nobody's sharing that. I understand it's nice that you even shared it there. Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. Were we there in 1869? The only historical event I can attest to is the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, because because I can, because we can, because it happened. And another one was and maybe even if that's the history to date, that might be a strategy, regardless of the history of Black Friday. Today it's used as a strategy regardless of the history. I'm sure many don't even know the history of it, but they use it. So I think we should just be careful with that. I mean, there was really no need. Check your facts. Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation. Where are you going to check your facts? Google, and then get a lot of misinformation. I just want to put that out there. Somebody else also said that they will only shop when it's White Friday and not Black Friday. Anything that's related to black, my guy, when there's light inside of you, whether it's black, white, pink, orange, cayenne, magenta, khaki, whatever, you name it, it makes no difference in our lives, my guy. When the light is inside of you, whether it's black, white, Friday the 13th and all of those bad luck, guys, really, we're way past that. Now we're going to bring our couple. Let's move on to the couple which we're going to bring here. We're going to say goodbye to Mapaseka, and we're going to bring the couple here for them to chat to us. Where's Mapaseka? I'm looking for her here so she can say goodbye. I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to be, I don't want to like just kick her out. Mapaseka, can you just, are you there?
Yes.
I'm sure you are. Okay, Mapaseka's there. Your face is cutting, Mapas. Can you turn your phone? Can you turn your phone? Whilst she's turning it, can you turn it? Because then, because it's cutting one half of your face. It was almost perfect. We need to say goodbye, Mapaseka. We have the couple waiting. They want to start, and Mapaseka's taking the time of the couple here, guys. Well, your phone hasn't rotated with Mapaseka. I think. Okay, Ken. Let's just go straight to Mapaseka. Mapaseka, are you going to say goodbye to us? Is this way? Oops, sorry, I pressed the wrong thing here. Are you going to say goodbye to us now?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you saying goodbye to us, Mapaseka? We need to.
No, I'm bringing a +1.
We need to take you out of the screen. We need the couple here today, Mapaseka.
I'm bringing a +1, PJ.
Okay, show us your +1 then, there, Mapaseka. Bring your +1 there. What can we do? Today we're having a combo. We're going to have Mapaseka during the career, along with her +1, her hubby. Guys, if y'all can move away from the phone a little bit, then I'll be able to see you guys better. Let me try to also fix your frame a little bit here. Meanwhile, I think we're there. That's almost good. That's almost perfect. Now we've got the two. The two have become one. So we've got Mxolisi and Mapaseka. This one is a little bit interesting. And I couldn't wait for this one because I remember I have a bit of involvement in it. Indirectly or directly, but I remember having a bit of involvement. Yes, YPG Love Therapy time. Let's go, Mxolisi. Talk to us. Greet the YPG and let's get it going.
Good evening, YPG fam. As PJ introduced me now, my name is Mxolisi, and I'm married to Mapaseka, my wife.
Yes, she is your wife if you're married to her, Mxolisi. How long are you guys married for?
I think it's 4 years, just in a few days. Yes, 4 years. I hope I'm correct. 4 years. It's been 4 years.
I think it's 4 years. That's been 4 years. I'm getting him in trouble here. How did you guys meet?
That's a big one because we met actually here in the Holy Ground. It was during the recording of Nothing to Lose. I think it was one. It was busy that day, I can say. We were in the parking spot of the buses, and one friend of mine, he was an assistant.
What was your duty on the day?
I was taking care of people from the special works.
So instead of taking people from the special works, you're busy looking at Mapaseka.
I was busy. I didn't even notice her until a friend of mine, because he was telling me about her for I think maybe a month or so, and finally on that day I saw her. Then he called me and said, that was the assistant I was telling you about. And I told him, no, it's busy. There's no time for this. And he said, my friend, if you miss out this opportunity, you'll never get it again. And actually, it was true, because the next day, one assistant approached the pastor at that side. And then he spoke to the pastor, telling her he wanted to communicate with Mapaseka. And the pastor approached Mapaseka, and then Mapaseka told the pastor that no, actually, Mapaseka told the pastor that there is someone we met yesterday, and obviously the procedure went first through communicating first, not with her going out and everything. We spoke first, asked for permission, and that's where it started. But to cut this short, we met in the holy ground.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Keep going. We're not done here. And then.
And another thing, PJ, I
Uh-huh.
remember on our first date. On our first date, I had only 56 rands on me, and and you know the stories we hear about specific like park station assistants, and my friends were telling me because that side I was still in Kagiso. Shout out to Kagiso family. So they're telling me, bro, you are taking chances. Park station, it won't last. And I remember on our first date we had the march. I forgot what was the march, the Yellow September march.
Okay.
So during that week, I had to sort out something in Pretoria. So everything was prepared for the date, but unfortunately, I had to use the funds, uh, and I didn't know how to explain to her because I was thinking she's going to say this guy is joking, and will give the other assistant the chance. So I was under pressure. Even my friend couldn't make things easier for me. Said my friend, she's ready. We saw her during the match. She's prepared. She's wearing makeup. She's prepared, and I was panicking. When I was checking, I had only 56 rand. I will never forget that day. And and my
And
we
obviously,
went
you did
to
not tell her you had 56 rand. Obviously, you did
no
not.
ways, no ways.
I was hungry after that match,
Oh.
PJ.
I remember the march. I remember I was new in Park Station. I remember. Oh
And
my
we went
goodness.
in this restaurant somewhere in Parktown, Mike's Kitchen. I don't know if it's okay to mention names, but
Oh
we
yeah, go
went
for
there.
it.
Yes, I went there and then we sat down and the waiter came to take our orders. And I had to tell her before the waiter. Then I would say to her, today we'll just get to know each other. We'll only order drinks.
Yeah.
That that was it. That was it. It was just for me,
Oh my
I,
goodness.
I just gave up. I gave up. I thought, no, this time there's no way I'm going to get a second date on this one. And even
Oh.
things that I was saying, I remember she even asked me, am I in an interview? Because I was just asking questions. It was so awkward. It was so awkward. After that moment when I told her, we'll only order drinks. And I think there's something that she ordered on the day.
No, I orange juice because PJ, like, I don't know this guy. So I'm thinking I can't be like saying I want Fanta or Coke. So I need to order, drinks that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
ordered a fancy drink, non-alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm thinking, no, after this, maybe I'll order something because I remember even my friend was like, you can't be ordering things that you used to. You have to order things. 'Cause because the guy's taking you out on a date.
Wow. I know you guys for
so
so long, but I did not know this. Mxolisi, you never told me this. This is just.
it was so awkward, PJ. But I
And
remember I even
I'm
ran
sure.
short. I think of
I'm sure you were praying like, please don't order that. You're looking at the prices, like,
I
please
didn't
don't
even
order
get
that.
a chance because on that week, I think few weeks before, I went with a friend of mine. Then we went there. I checked out the menu and I prepared myself financially so that I'm avoiding disappointments to mess up things. But on the
Which is what
day,
happened.
yeah, and I couldn't even explain to her. You'd say, no, this guy is lying. I mean,
Okay.
how can, because I called her during the week. I told her everything will be organized. The car will pick you up in Park Station. You have to be at Park Station around this time, because he was telling me you have to be organized. Treat the lady special. Don't make her to wait for long. Prepare everything. Then I prepared everything, and only on last minute then this happened. But
Okay. How did the conversation go, Mapaseka? Besides the whole interview, how did the conversation go?
Well, um, like 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 he mentioned, I felt like I was in an interview because he was asking question after question, shame, but I could see that he's nervous. But one thing that I appreciated from him is that he was very respectful. Like before him, I had never dated a guy from the church before. So I was used to the guys from the world. So he was very respectful, like in as much as I was starving, but I walked out of there like having an impression that this guy really respects me. He doesn't do stuff that most guys would do on a first date. So I walked out of there impressed. Like I was sure that we'll definitely have a second date after that.
Danko, danko, danko. The good conversation. Okay.
yeah.
What happens after that? How did the process happen for the dating and stuff? Talk to us.
And we went on our second date. And this time I was prepared, I was ready. And then, but before that, I remember we actually, when we started to date, when we, things were okay from our side, she was happy and I was happy with her. And we approached the pastor and he advised us further. But one advice that stood out for me,
Oh
at
no.
first I didn't understand. He said, dating, it's from here to here. You have to know her, not from here to going down. You have to know her from here to here. And I understood like as time went by, because I think it was for how many months? I think it was 8 months without kissing. And by that time I had, from my side, there was too much pressure because most of my friends that time were dating and they were, free to do anything. But for me, it was a bit of a challenge, and I had to learn and to understand that the reason why we are dating is for us to get to know each other, and other things will follow from there. So that was the best advice when we started to date. And I think if we went the other way, it was not going to end well. Maybe we were not even going to be this far by now. So yeah, that was the best advice, and we started to get to know each other, and we enjoyed, and yeah, things went by. It was a great experience, I can say.
Okay. Mapaseka, anything from your side before we go to the next stage?
But then, as he said, from that, because we had a pastor who was really helping us during our dating phase, because none of us had dated in the church before, so we didn't really know how things were done. Because I remember even asking my godly sister, like things that, like I would ask her, I don't know how to do certain things. So I think the secret is that we never did things in secret. We always sought advice from people that were more experienced than us. So I think that's what really helped us. Because remember, we used to go to this pastor every month. So every month he would ask me, "Did you kiss?" So, so like that really helped you because you don't like how can I say, like you are very disciplined because your next month we are going to meet the pastor. So this time, like we would invest in getting to know each other more than anything else, and that's what actually really helped us in our dating phase.
Mapaseka, I remember when you brought in Polisi to me, were you guys already dating?
Yes, we were.
I remember I said I was gonna scare him or something. What happened? I want to remember this.
Ish. You didn't. Like, you were meant to scare him on that day, PJ.
I didn't scare him enough. Gosh.
No, you were nice.
Wait, so you guys were not yet dating, were you? Or
No, we were dating by then.
you were
I'm
already
not
dating?
sure how many months, but we were
Few
dating.
months.
Mm.
Okay. I'll be honest. I think for me it was mainly like Mxolisi won me over, which is very difficult, but I think he won me over there and there. So it was kind of like that. Usually we guys have that thing. I'm cool or I'm not
Mhm.
cool. I do remember pretty much saying something like I was gonna scare him, but I didn't know I failed. I didn't know I failed. I let you down, Mapaseka. But anyways, you're happy. The years went by and you guys are married. How is the married life?
Uh, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, PJ. I remember the very same restaurant that we went to on our first date. That's where I proposed
What a
to her.
comeback. What a comeback.
It was nice. Then from there we went further, like getting married, I can say. So, but it was so nice. It was so nice when we were finally there on the altar, and when after going through so much, like
I do remember that. I do remember that you
yes,
guys did go through a lot. I won't get into details, but I do remember that there was a lot, and I remember, I was so excited for you guys to get married because we hadn't at the time we hadn't well at least I hadn't seen the couple whilst me being in the YPG getting married. I wanted to be so. I remember I was very excited. I'm like, guys, get married, you know. Here's me forgetting this guy's to pay Lobola. This guy has a lot to do. He only has 56 rands there to, and I'm pushing, guys, get married, you know.
it was a challenge with everything because from my side, like my family are very traditional. So me going to them with everything, with our beliefs,
Yeah.
it was difficult for them. They didn't understand. So I had to stand for myself.
And also the age.
And also the age.
Mm.
So they were saying, you are still young, and you have been in church, like we have never seen you like having fun doing things outside. So for
It's
me,
amazing.
it
When we
it
mess up, we're
was
never too young for that. When we mess up stupid mistakes, we're never too young for it. When we want to make a good decision in life, we're too young for it. Amazing. But anyways, yeah, you were saying?
yeah. I remember when I told live in a family because I took it upon myself that I would go to them, then I will, in a way could negotiate for myself. Then I told them I fear God and it's him first, and then I don't want to come here with Mapaseka, being pregnant, disappointing you after you have invested so much in her. So I told them, though they didn't understand, the brother-in-law, I mean, he paid lobola, he even made it clear to me that I paid this much. So imagine 10 years ago, compared to now, how much are they going to charge you? And considering that Mapaska went to university, everything. So I told her, yes. Then I told him, for me, yes, I know, but I want to do the right thing, which is, you know, getting married to her. But I mentioned it twice when she introduced me the first time to family, and the second time when I went to them to speak to them, I told them about my family. So they didn't agree. It was just so tense that when we went to sign the home affairs, uh, she had to dress as if she's going to work, but she was not going to work, and uh, we went there. Yes, so
Kolisi, I'm going to
it
have to
was not
cut
easy.
you a bit because we are 1 hour 25 and running. And I know that there's much for you to speak, but I want you to give one advice for all the gents who are watching us right now and one advice from you, Mapaseka, to the ladies. I'm really sorry to cut you, but our time, we need to finish no later than 4:30, and it's already 26 past.
Okay, start.
Okay. From my side, I would advise the ladies that you should get to know the person more than anything. Get to know the guy that you are dating or that you're interested in. Because one pastor said that once you're married, you'll have time for whatever, but now get to know the person. One pastor also said that actually during dating is the time to break up. I don't know if that makes sense. Because at least during dating, if you're not happy, you can break things off. But after marriage, it becomes, tricky. So get to know the guy, like just like get a sense of what he's thinking about, what is his vision about life, also vision about faith. Where does he want to see himself in his spiritual life? So one advice I could say, get to know the guy that you're dating or interested in.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
as in the beginning, I had only 56 rands. So uh, it's not about your financial status. Sometimes usually the guys when we speak, they no, I have to be ready financially. Yes, you have to. It's important because when you get married, you have to take care of your wife. So, but that doesn't depend only on that financially. It
Remember, he
depends on
didn't say depend only on that, because now guys are gonna come with 12 rands and say, "Let's date, Sisi."
no,
I just want to, key point what Tim Kolisi is saying. It's not only, guys, not only.
yes. So, and you don't need to pressurize yourself. There was pressure around me, but I focused on what's important, which is to please God. I mean, dating, it has to reflect God. So if it doesn't reflect God, it's done under carpet. You do things that you are not supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's already, you can go through with it, because I remember when Pastor told us, if you guys are hiding something from it will catch up with you when you're already married. And now we are enjoying the fruits of our obedience and I'm confident there's nothing that is accusing me, because it was healthy. We even drew strength from the challenges that we went through when we go through challenges now.
Thank you, Mxolisi Mapaseka. We love what we heard, and we love you guys too. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut it short because our time is more than over. Uncle Vinny is waiting the other side. He's almost falling asleep there. And since you guys are from Holy Ground, I won't ask you to do the shout out, because your story of saying that you guys met at Holy Ground has half of them saying that they are going to be in Holy Ground. So, Uncle Vinny, let me add you here to the whole equation. Uncle Vinny, let me remove myself actually. Wait, let's put Uncle Vinny and let's put you guys there. There's no need for me to be in the frame. Uncle Vinny!
What's up? What's up, PJ? And it's good to see Mapaseka and Polisi again. They just left me.
Okay, Uncle Vinny, so they say that if they go to Holy Ground, they will find the love of their lives there. What else will they find in the Holy Ground if they go?
Look, they can come, but commandment number 6 is commandment number 6. I'm just putting it out there.
Danko, Danko.
Before you can do anything in the holy ground, you have to go through me. But besides your possible future partner or not, you will find vibes at the holy ground. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, you know where it is, 24456. The vibes will be taking place as usual, and we're going to be having some unique challenges. I heard something today, and I'm going to make a little experiment tomorrow in the hangout.
I'm curious. I'm curious. And by the way, I did say that I had news for you guys. Uncle Vinny, you're going to bring that challenge. Are you going to announce it today or?
Let the kids prepare. Let the kids prepare, because I'm going to need the Viber clock to be on my side for something that's going to go down in the holy ground. I like the suspense. You
So I'm not
taught
allowed
me.
to leak it.
No, never. You taught me suspense. So we need to keep the people waiting.
Now suspense is biting me because I wanted to see this sooner than later. Now I'm in trouble. I came with the suspense stuff. Now it's killing me. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Tomorrow, our theme of the week is making a way, the right way. And we're going to tell you guys that there are two ways of making a way. There's a right way and there's the wrong way of doing it. And this is exactly what we are going to be showing to you guys in the morrows. Uncle Vinny, any final words before we wrap up? Any final words before we go?
The final words, what shall I say? The final words is the final words. You know, the vibes are here in the YPG. I hope you guys learned a lot. There's a comment that I read. Someone said something which I think needs to be capitalized here. It was Melo who said, it's interesting to learn that Polisi was busy taking care of the people of God. When one is dedicated to the work of God, God takes care of the rest. He prepares a suitable partner who will fit perfectly in the plan.
Yeah.
So it's very important to note that God needs to be in the equation as well. As Polisi was serving God, doing his best, God honored him with Mapaseka, and they are a very big blessing here for the Holy Ground family and now for the YPG in South Africa.
Tasha says she's going to ask her pastor for a transfer to the Holy Ground. Maybe she'll get her future husband. Do you think that is possible?
She can come, but commandment number 6 is commandment number 6.
Tasha, you heard it right. Commandment number 6. And I need to justify myself, guys. I mean it. Mapasek and I did kind of agree. I do remember saying I was going to be mean, but I have been mean. I usually am very mean to the guys when the girls bring. I'm not friendly. I can be very mean, and I will be. But then Mkolisi just had this, as Boitumelo says, Josi said, about taking care of the people of God. And I could see the genuineness there in Mkolisi, and hence the reason why.
And the beautiful part is that you still see it. It wasn't just when you're over. It's still there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, YPG fam, that's about it. I'm not going to be allowed to announce what I wanted to announce. But we are going to say goodbye to you guys, reminding you that next week we're going to be back. I am going to be at our fam in I'm going to be with the fam in Finetown. And by the way, they apparently have a new home now. They have a new home. So we're going to be having the M4M Reloaded in their new home. So Finetown fam, I meet y'all in the morrows. And also our fam will be here at 25 Plain Street, Johannesburg, here in Park Station. If you're in the hood. And Soweto, that's where you're going to find Uncle Vinny. That's it. Uncle Vinny, I am out of here. And so are you. I am amped for the upcoming music video. I can't wait to wrap it up. It's going to be major, especially what we had this week. Oh, he's muted.
So I'm sorry.
He's unmuted.
100%. What we had this week and what we're going to produce, it's going to be really on another level.
Angelina is asking me, PJ, when is the love walk? PJ works with the YPG. PJ does not work with the therapy of love. Angazi. Me, I walk with my wife every day. And so does Uncle Vinny, and so does Mapaseka and Mkolisi. Guys, take care of yourselves. If you need to get in touch, get in touch. If you want to DM, you're going through something, the YPG fam is here. Sorry for the time, guys. We really exceeded our time, but we need to go. Much love. Take care of yourselves, and let's keep going to another level. We are out of here.
You set my world free. 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 Yeah.